Hi, my name's Kelly Wilson. I'm in Group 4. I chose Middleburg Heights Public Library as the place where I did my observation for the assignment, and it's part of the Cuyahoga County Public Library System, which is just outside of Cleveland, Ohio. I chose that place because I started working there last month in the Children's Department as a public services assistant, so it was pretty timely actually for me to complete this assignment. A lot of my questions were questions I would have had anyway, so my focus was on getting to know the younger patron base. And I had a lot of questions and I wasn't sure what to expect. In my essay I focused on the physical layout of the library and how important that was for the patron base. For instance, the children's area is much more heavily invested in this particular library just due to the heavy use by children in the community, whereas the teens are basically not there, and so their area is not very well invested in. And I didn't know if one caused the other or vice versa, so that's something that I still haven't figured out. One of the most interesting things I found out about the library system in general, and I talked about this in my group, was the idea of a floating collection, which is to say the Central Administrative Office actually has personnel in charge of collection development for the whole system. And then books are called by patrons to whatever library they happen to use, whichever branch. And the books stay at that library once the patron's done with them. And this way, over time, this is supposed to lead to a patron-driven collection at each branch that reflects the community. There are some issues with this, which I didn't get into in this particular assignment, but it really didn't make sense for the youngest children because they just go through the pictured books bins and they're not really calling books, so it's really still about like what's capturing their interest, the cover art, or maybe some words they know. But in any case, the library I observed, as I said, doesn't have a teen room or even a private area for teens. Instead, the teen area is in the middle of the library's open concept floor, which I argue hampers teen use. And so a lot of my synthesis was really just revolving around that as I'm learning these things myself. For my critical questions, I centered on finding out more about teen use and how to bring more teens to the library, which I will be researching and interviewing librarians to find out the answers. So thanks for listening.